Did I remember Iran was playing in the CAFA Nations Cup today? Maybe. Boys and girls, welcome back to another review on the channel. And this is going to be your guys' review for Iran's 3-1 win in their opening match in the CAFA Nations Cup against Afghanistan. This one won't be a very long review because, honestly, I don't think there's that much to talk about, especially in these group stage matches in the CAFA Nations Cup. I will do a review for every single match, but I think they will be quite brief unless something absolutely catastrophic happens. But once we get to the latter stages of the tournament, which is most likely going to be a final against Uzbekistan, which will be the 1,262 times we have faced off against them in the recent couple of years, I'll probably do a lot more coverage talking about that game, which includes most likely a watch along for it. So stay tuned for that. And I'll be doing a review after every single match for this CAFA Nations Cup. So if you guys want to follow along and you're a big fan of Asian football, but more specifically the Iranian national team, this is the channel that you need to be at. So make sure to subscribe right now before we get into the video. Smash the like button and let's talk about the match. When it came to the starting lineup, I mean, what did we expect? The call-ups from Amirhossein were super duper questionable. The only silver lining, the positive of his call-ups, was that Khalizadeh was not called up. But we all know when the serious stuff goes down for the major matches, we all know Khalizadeh will be back in it, but it is a little bit refreshing that he is not an option for Team Melli in this little teeny weeny tournament. We all would have liked to have seen the youngsters like Hossein Hosseinzadeh, XYZ get some significant minutes in this tournament, but they were called up for the U23 Asian Cup qualifiers, which I understand why that is more important because that's a major youth tournament for the Iranian national team, and we all know the Iranian national team has kind of been up and down when it comes to youth tournaments recently. So to get them to qualify to at least be participants in it, I think is a big deal for them. So I understand that, but it just sucks because this CAFA Nations Cup should have been an opportunity for the senior national team to really experiment with the youngsters. I know we always keep saying that in every single video, but it really could have been. But I'm not going to keep going on about that because that's not the reality in this tournament. There are a couple of youngsters that I am excited about in this squad that I would like Amirhossein to use quite often in this tournament. When it comes to the match, Iran was down 1-0, which was a bit shoddy. I can't believe we were losing at one point against Afghanistan, but they clawed themselves back into the game and won 3-1. 2 goals from Aliyari, which I believe was his first ever cap for the senior Iranian national team in typical Qalanoui fashion, giving a 29-year-old who has never been remotely close to playing for the senior national team his first ever cap, and he bagged himself 2 goals. And as well, Hosseinzadeh scored as well. When it comes to the positives in this match, I think Hosseinzadeh has looked kind of good, and he's been an interesting factor for the Iranian national team as he featured in the last 2 matches in World Cup qualification and is now getting some starting and major minutes in this tournament by the looks of it. I want to see him keep playing. I want him to be a main starter for us, especially in this tournament. Alireza Koushi and Mohammad Khodabandelu were an interesting and quite spicy midfield duo that I liked in this match. That is always a positive for us Team Melli fans in any match right now for the national team, is seeing some of these younger players get featured to be able to show themselves and up the competitive level on the national team, because there are so many players that are aging dinosaurs that do not cut it anymore but are purely getting away with still starting for this national team because of what they did 4, 8, however many years ago. So I would love to see more minutes for Hosseinzadeh, Khodabandelu, any of those type of profiles that have been called up to the national team to feature more often in this team. In regards to the negatives, I mean, what's new? It was a bit of a dry performance by Iran against a minnow national team. The defense looks really shambolic and messy. This is the ongoing issue with the national team. I know we don't have that great of defenders, but my goodness, it is so unorganized and so undisciplined, regardless of who we play. But regardless, I don't even think we play our best defenders ever in a back line. I would love to see some more chemistry where we finally decide who our main back line looks like. This is not just for the CAFA Nations Cup because we don't have our main defenders we would want to see, but solidify who's going to be the left back, the right back, and the 2 center backs. And one of those players being Majid Hosseini, I want to see him get significant minutes for this national team now that he is healthy and he is dropping man of the match performances in the Turkish league. But outside of all that, to conclude the review, I just would want to see Qalanoui really experiment with at least the more younger players. We don't have any per se youngsters, but with guys like Koushi, Khodabandelu, Yousefi, Hosseinzadeh, give those guys some more minutes. It's cool and all to give Majid Aliyari his first ever cap for the national team, let him score 2 goals against Afghanistan, he can go home to his kids, tell him how he once scored a brace for Team Melli in a major tournament. But we are less than a year away from the World Cup. Use this tournament to your advantage and experiment with some players that actually will have a future post 2026 World Cup with the Iranian national team. That is all I'm just suggesting. As I said, I'll be doing a review for every single match in this tournament. So if you want to keep up with this CAFA Nations Cup, this is the channel that you need to be at, so make sure to subscribe. Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments down below. What were some of the positives, negatives, some players you want to see the Iranian national team feature in this tournament? Let me know your guys' thoughts. And if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to check out this video next. And click here as I post content weekly on the channel and you don't want to miss it. But boys and girls, I hope you'll have a lovely day.